All right, there's a look at I-10 East at Loop 410. You can see there is an accident right there. Justin earlier saw that vehicle was actually flipped over.
This has been the case all over town. A lot of accidents this morning. You can see there's not a lot of traffic trying to get through right now in that area. They've got tow trucks on the scene. And it looks as though this is going to be cleared up soon. This again, I-10 East at Loop 410.
You know what they say, if at first you don't succeed, that could be the new battle cry for the Blanco Panthers. Once again, the Panthers are running through the playoffs, but they do have a stop against Edna this weekend in the Class 3A D1 regional final. Blanco looking for that third-time charm, because last year they lost to Edna in the regional semis. Year before that, they lost to Edna in the second round. This year has a different feel, though. Blanco's second-year head coach, Jamie Dixon, knows Edna, having previously coached in their district, and his Panthers have 2 shutouts on their resume so far this postseason.
Last year it was more defensively. Our offense wasn't there. Our defense was winning us the games, and this year, I mean, we won 34-0 last week, so we're scoring some points, and our defense is that we're not giving up much.
I really feel like our O-line is holding us together, and the fact of we're able to control the line of scrimmage is way more than we were last year, and it's just giving our quarterback time to read and our backs time to find the hole.
This senior group, they've lost to Edna twice, or 2 years in a row in the playoffs and stuff, and they don't want to make it a third time, and so they want to get over that and, and beat this team and move to the next round.
All right, so Blanco's chance to change the course of history happens at 7 o'clock tomorrow night at Bastrop Memorial Stadium. A little closer to home, the Davenport Wolves putting in the final tweaks to their game plan as they get ready to continue their historic season after they beat the Lavernia Bears last week. Now this weekend, it's Port Lavaca Calhoun Sand Crabs. It's the 4A Division I regional final. So Davenport talked to us a little bit about the excitement that is in front of them that includes taking on a pretty impressive offense.
Their biggest thing is let's run the triple option, and just we have to be disciplined every single play, and their biggest thing is just getting you bored or getting you behind, and playing safety. They try to get you to fall asleep back there and throw a pass over top, so that's a big thing. Just stay alive every play, stay ready for everything,
Our defense, our scout team gives them a good look all throughout the week, and our defense stays disciplined, trust the coaches, and that's how they get it done.
Our kids have had a great week of practice. Our JV guys gave them a great look. It's hard that they never done the triple option all year, but they did a great job for us on the scout for preparing our defense to get ready for that triple option.
The Wolves and the Sand Crabs, one of the best mascots in the state. They're going to face off tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Inside. Weather will not be a factor. They're in the Dome tomorrow night. And those Fall City Beavers are at it again. The Battling Beavers get ready for the Chilton Pirates in the Class 2A D2 regional final. Beavers senior class wants to leave their program on a high note this year.
Coming off our sophomore year, we went to state, and last year we had a heartbreaking loss against Granger in the third round. And we just knew what we needed to do this summer to get here, and we did what we needed to do, and now we're going to play.
Oh man, it's been really special. I've enjoyed every moment of it. It's been real rewarding to come out here with my team this last year and be able to go this far. One round further than we did last year in the playoffs, and hopefully we can continue to keep on going.
It's been great. This group of kids, they just work hard and they play super hard, and I think we just get better every week. And I think that was the case once we've gotten the playoffs. Every round we've gone, we've sort of taken a step each week, and I think that's why we're still playing.
All right, Fall City and Chilton will play tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, Shelton Stadium in Buda. And don't forget tonight, it's the Spurs and the Atlanta Hawks at home in the Frost Bank Center. And some concerning news maybe for Victor Wembanyama. He could be out tonight. He is listed as questionable. He's got some hip tightness.
So hopefully not a 13th loss.
And this is the first of back-to-back, so we'll see if he plays tonight. Jeremy Sohan is probable, by the way. So there you go. We'll see.
All right, we'll be right back. A man who shot at his neighbor's gassed-up generator right next to him now in custody after a standoff and evading arrest for several days. This is video from when he was apprehended. He was eventually shot by San Antonio police on Tuesday. Officers tell us that they were looking for David Trevino initially for that aggravated assault.
Trevino was a suspect in the shooting at an apartment complex that happened Sunday in the 200 block of Sandmeyer Street. Now, police tell us that Trevino put gasoline in a generator. That generator was located near his neighbor who was on his front porch at the time, and then he fired shots at that generator. The suspect then barricaded himself inside his apartment with a woman. Officers tell us Trevino ultimately forced his way through his apartment into another unit and then escaped. The woman surrendered to SWAT officers. Trevino also wanted on active warrants for terroristic threats and for a parole violation.
Police eventually caught up with him on Tuesday. This is the footage you're seeing now. Officers accuse him of flashing a gun here and running at them, or rather running from them. Ultimately, police shot him. 6 officers were placed on administrative leave as the department investigates this incident. A ceasefire in Gaza, questionable. Allegedly, it is in its 7th day. More hostages are free, but there's been fighting there just today.
Yeah, but also today, Hamas released 2 Israeli women from captivity. The planned exchange of more hostages for prisoners coming from an extension of the ceasefire, renewal of the deal that has enabled dozens of hostages and prisoners to be released.
But extending this break in the fighting could get harder. Hamas is expected to set a higher price for many of the remaining captives. International pressure has mounted for the ceasefire to continue as long as possible, though. The Israeli bombardment of Gaza following that deadly October 7th attack by Hamas provoked this war.
Israel's attacks have also killed thousands in Gaza.
Former Secretary of State Henry Kissinger has passed away. Kissinger served as National Security Advisor and Secretary of State under Presidents Richard Nixon and Gerald Ford. He received a Nobel Peace Prize for helping to arrange the end of U.S. military involvement in the Vietnam War. However, his legacy is not without criticism. He was heavily criticized over the bombing of Cambodia during the Vietnam War, as well as supporting a coup against a democratic government in Chile. He was 100 years old. We have not yet learned his cause of death.
House Republicans pushing to formalize an impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden. CNN getting that news from multiple senior GOP sources. Up until now, House Republicans have not been able to get the votes to move forward with their inquiry, but they now want to strengthen their subpoenas and compel testimony. It also comes after Hunter Biden said he was willing to testify publicly instead of a private deposition. Tomorrow, Republicans will meet to try to convince holdouts in their party to get on board.
A third debate, same plan. Former President Donald Trump skipping the 4th GOP presidential debate next week in Alabama. A move, not a surprise. Trump passed on the first 3. Trump will attend a fundraiser in Florida instead on December 6th, while 4 primary opponents take to the stage.
And schools are going to be able to get free antigen tests for COVID-19 starting next month. The Department of Health and Human Services is going to teach districts how to request those tests. Officials say schools can keep the tests on site or they can send them home with the kids. The news comes as hospitalizations from COVID have been on the rise and officials expect cases to spike.
Taking a look outside with live cam. Could you call this muggy weather?
I think you could. Yeah, the humidity has been up there and temperatures are starting to rise. You'll notice there's a little more light out there. Clouds are rising some. We're not seeing the fog like we were earlier. So things are beginning to improve. Drier air will eventually work its way in by tomorrow. But I think the sun does come out this afternoon. Let me show you the big picture and get you kind of a general idea of what's going on. We have a big area of low pressure spinning across Texas, up in the Texas Panhandle. Rain and snow up there. And then off to the east, you're getting the showers and a few storms. We're just on the edge of things here in San Antonio. And the risk for severe weather is well to our east at this point. In fact, they lowered the risk a little bit there along the Gulf Coast, Houston over to New Orleans. There could be a couple strong storms here, but not looking for a huge outbreak of severe weather today, and certainly not for us. Again, things are improving. Probably still cloudy next couple of hours, and then the sun tries to pop out. When it does, it should get temperatures up close to 70. And then we'll see those numbers fall back down into the 60s this evening. Partly cloudy skies, light winds. That should lead to a little bit of fog tomorrow morning before that drier air works its way in. Be aware of that. It could slow down the morning commute on your Friday. But some good weather for the weekend and next week. We'll look at that forecast here in just a couple minutes.
Thank you, Justin. Just need to get through today. The federal appeals court deciding whether booksellers have to rate every book in school libraries in Texas based on their sexual content. The Reader Act would require every vendor who sells any books to schools to rate the books based on sexual content, much like we already do for movies and video games. That includes bookstores like this one it's called The Book People. The CEO there says having to rate nearly every book in the store would be physically impossible.
That is not physically possible. There's no way that I could pay booksellers to read and rate every book that's available to schools and us stay in business.
Federal judges have noted that Texas does have the authority to regulate explicit content that ends up in the hands of children. However, the Reader Act would carve out exceptions for books included as part of a curriculum in school. A decision from the appeals court could take weeks, even months. If the court rules can take effect, the vendors would need to rate these books by April of next year, that's 2024, during the school year. This holiday season, artificial intelligence is now being used to help shoppers find the perfect present. But buyer beware, the new technology does pose some risks for those who opt in.
This year, Santa getting some high-tech help when it comes to finding the perfect gift.
I don't know if I like this idea. We're now seeing how AI technology is streamlining the search for the right gift.
CNN's Gloria Pezmino has more on how and where AI is being used.
Buying real gifts with the help of artificial intelligence.
We have this new Google AI-powered gifting tool.
As Lillian Rincon with Google Shopping explains, when buyers engage with Google's generative AI, they can discover items with just a few words.
I'm shopping for my 7-year-old daughter, who's very picky, and she wants to be a scientist and inventor. And so I can actually query for exactly that.
Thomas Germain from Gizmodo says the more these AI tools learn, the better it is for the shopper's experience.
Right now, you kind of have to know what you're looking for. You need to know the name of the product or have a really accurate description. With these AI tools, the better that they get, the idea is ultimately they'll be able to help do the thinking for you.
But shoppers, beware. Experts say if you opt in,
it gives powerful corporations a lot more power, the power to make a prediction, the power to understand what is going to be the most effective bid in a transaction, what price you're willing to pay.
As for how some of those gifts get to you, AI is helping with that too.
In this holiday season, some customers will receive their packages that are picked, packed, or sorted by robots.
Peter Chen from Covariant explains that AI-powered robots can pump out around 3,000 packages an hour. Human hands, about 300 to 400. In New York, I'm Gloria Pezmino.
Is it you going out and shopping part of the experience rather than letting somebody else do it for you? Isn't that part of the whole?
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah. And I hear AI thought this for you?
Yeah, a robot bought this.
Look, I like the idea of it, but then again, I don't, because the robots are going to take all our jobs, man. They're like taking over the world.
They could never take your job.
They might.
Are you real?
They might.
Are you?
I don't even. Who knows? Who knows? It is not. 68 so far today, 58 this morning. We've picked up 3,500ths of an inch of rain. It's been light rain, but it's added up. Good stuff, but it's moving out. We're going to see the sun pop out later today. Another look at that forecast is coming up.
Today's the day. Some of the men at KSAT are once again clean shaven. They got all spruced up thanks to the folks at Henley's Gentleman Grooming. There's David. This has happened at the medical center this morning.
So all month long, we've been growing beards and mustaches for a good cause. We've been taking part in No Shave November. It's a nationwide contest, and we've been raising money for cancer fighting foundations.
Okay, one more look at the leaderboard, because you know what, we have surpassed our goal, but we're not done yet. We're at $22,072.
Wow.
Our goal was $20,000. Mike Osterhage is in second place still. I can't believe that he's going to let Max Massey take the lead.
Listen, Max had a nice beard this year.
Max was in my top 10.
Max had a whole program
Yes,
for raising money, though.
He had a plan. He definitely had a plan.
Yeah.
And I will say that it's all going to such a great cause, and we thank everybody who is participating in it. Don't give up, Mike Osterhage. You have a few more hours left to the month of November.
We were like second nationally in the amount of money we raised, right?
We were.
We still.
Yeah. I believe we were still ranked second nationally. Max was like number 1 in the country.
Wow.
Which is
Wow,
awesome.
Max.
We were behind like a bunch of
kudos.
truckers or something.
Yeah. There was
truckers.
another company, and then the Alaska State Troopers were right on our heels.
There you go. Like
Alaska's,
that.
we're number
Oh,
2.
so
we're number 2.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll develop a cheer just for that.
Thank you.
But yes, the generosity of San Antonio, it never disappoints.
And the cleanup
Looks good.
looks good.
Thank you very much. Going to keep me nice and warm this winter, hopefully. 68 degrees outside right now. Yes, it still looks kind of dark and cloudy out there, although we've seen some peaks of sun here on live cam, and I think we'll continue to see a few more. Dew point is at 66. That number has been on the rise, so it is humid now, with southerly winds at 13 miles per hour, gusting to 22. This is more of a warmer, sticky air mass that is starting to work its way in. Not the case up in the Texas Panhandle. Check this out. Some snow flying up there, the first snowfall of the season. North of Amarillo, pocket of heavy snow there. And you're talking the far northern extreme part of the Texas Panhandle. They're no stranger to snow up there, but pretty cool to see it. And there are some thunderstorms just to the southeast of that, just to show you how dynamic this storm system is. For us, we just kind of missed out on the main bulk of the rain. And obviously we did get some. As we said, we picked up about 3/10 of an inch of rain, but it's all been really, really light stuff. And we're still seeing a few returns here and there. And I'm still looking at some of the TransGuide shots. There's still some drizzle coming down, so we're not completely done, but in general, it's starting to move east. Gonzales, Howattsville, you're seeing the rain and the drizzly stuff, and it will continue for another couple of hours there. As far as San Antonio is concerned, we're even starting to see a few breaks there, and the clearing line is slowly working its way south and east. Probably takes a couple more hours before it gets here, but if we do see some sun this afternoon, which I think we will, it'll push temperatures up close to 70. Then as we get into tomorrow, some high clouds will drift across the sky. This is 7 a.m. We'll be kind of on the edge of the cloud cover, and we may see a few showers develop closer to the coast, but we're not looking for much here in San Antonio. So Friday's a quieter day, partly cloudy and pretty nice. High temperatures today, probably somewhere around 70, depending on the amount of sun you see. Places that stay cloudier longer will stay in the 60s, but it's not cold out there, and again, the humidity is there. I want to show you the drought monitor. Came in today, and it looks a little better. We've got some improvement here. We go to extreme versus exceptional. Now, not a good situation, but days like this help chip away at it. And as long as we continue to see somewhat of an active pattern, we can continue to chip away at it. The problem with that is it doesn't look so active this week. As we look at the rain chances going forward, it's likely dry until we get into late next week, where we'll have another small opportunity maybe for a few showers here and there. Extended forecast. 74 tomorrow. We'll get some patchy fog to start. 74 Saturday, 71 Sunday. Any weekend plans you have? Looks good. The mornings will be a little chilly, so those soccer matches will be cool. And then I'll look for 70s Monday, Tuesday of next week with some cool mornings. And again, maybe some rain chances showing up late next week. We'll be right back.
I want to know if Santa's still around.
Well, I know Santa would win the best beard.
Yeah.
And he is a KSAT guy.
Yeah,
I don't know if everybody knows
Probably raised
that.
a lot of money, too.
Probably so, but I don't think he was part of the KSAT team because he kind of represents everybody. But
Someone's closing in on Max. Oh, yes.
Anyway.
You never know what's going to happen.
And we'll talk more about that. But Jen got to talk with somebody that everybody knows. Good old number 8 from the Dallas Cowboys, Troy Aikman. The Rock and Roll Marathon is coming up this weekend, and he's got that special beard. There's going to be a party after the Rock and Roll Marathon, and Jen's going to tell you all about that.
All right, and we are making fry bread today, and Timmy Gonzalez joins us. And what is Mike doing right now?
So Mike is actually putting our fry bread in to fry right now. So we're making fry bread today.
And you said this is one of those dishes that recipes are passed down, and it's made with
love, all with love.
And we will tell you all about that coming up in just a second. Okay, have you started your shopping list?
Yes. Do you need kind of the gift that maybe you can give someone who you don't know what to give them? How about this? San Antonio in a box.
Yep, and you can even customize this however you want it. We'll talk about that. And something that you might want if you're working from home. Jada, Rashawn Pickett is here, and guess how much this, you're not going to believe how much this was. We'll tell you about that, this little stand that you can work from home with. And of course, this weekend is the Nutcracker Ballet San Antonio. We're going to have a preview of that special performance.
All right, all that and more when SA Live continues in just a few.